Yo, what's up? What's happening? It's another episode of Figure It Out with me, Forrest. This is the fourth quarter, as the football players would do when the fourth quarter would hit, raise up the fours. This is actually the middle of the fourth quarter, where we are in November. What's today's date? Today is November 3rd, 2024, and this is my last day in um, my apartment in Atlanta. Yep. Um, I really don't even know what the fuck I talked about for quarter number three. I think I made mention of this move. I guess maybe at the end of the year, I'll go ahead and watch all of them myself and just see how I've progressed throughout the year as a person, as an artist, all of it. Let's see, where do we begin? Uh, yeah, last day. I'm pretty much cleaned out. Um, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna wake up early. So the goal is to get to bed here in the next hour, and then I'll wake up at like 5, I think, and then knock out the last of this shit, which is just me vacuuming, tossing out some stuff because I didn't. This is the lightest move I will be making, and I'm throwing the shit in my car, like whatever I can fit. I've literally thrown out a lot of stuff. I didn't have a lot, but I had a lot. That makes sense. Still, like, get a lot of stuff, but not have a lot of stuff. So of course, and then in fact, I was still trying to live life throughout, leading up to this day. But I did myself a favor. Thank you to past self for throwing stuff out along the way. So yeah, kudos to the older version of me. Um, why am I leaving Atlanta? Why am I getting up out the United States? Because I can't afford this shit no more. To keep it all the way 100. Financially, mentally, physically, um, I won't say spiritually because I've been good. I mean, my prayer has increased. I'm good. Shout out to Change Church and Pastor Darius Daniels. Always a good message. But yeah, financially, I I was legit supposed to move last year. When I was messing around with Yana, we had the bright idea of, hey, well, she wanted to move to Seattle, and then I was like, hey, I'll go with you, or I'll move out there first. That would have been disastrous. Thinking about it now. And then when that fell through, I was like, well, I've already told my apartment complex that I am not renewing my lease, so let me move back home to St. Louis. And I decided not to. I was with the comedy homies, and I was like, I really don't want to leave. I was like, I guess I could hop back into this Uber shit and go hard. And yeah, so I gave it a good effort, a year, and I went hard with the comedy. And then I was like, oh, no, I'm good. I think what really did it for me was the incident at the Laughing Library, where a woman complained about my rape joke, and I was uh, I got two different stories from Maya, the owner of the establishment, and then Ferg, who was the host. So when I got two different stories, I was all like, I'm just this some bullshit. So I backed all the way away. I decided to not teach yoga there anymore, and I didn't just getting two different stories made me not feel comfortable to be in that space because I would have just been looking at people different. And I was like, you know what, I'm good. Even teaching once a month, it would get to around that time, and it's all like it just felt like basically once I stopped, I felt this relief. Um, and I've actually haven't practiced yoga in about a month, I think, a little over a month. Uh, so there's that. I got into a verbal altercation with Maya because I decided to crash out on Instagram, and somebody asked me if my brothers need therapy, and I just kind of was frustrated because I'm like, I asked about this shit, and I ain't got no, um, I ain't feel like I was getting the support that I needed, and that ended up lead because I was all like, yeah, I forgot, and that ended somehow, some way led to me. Oh shit! Well, since I was over at Peter Street and doing this and that, I decided to add niggas, and that led to Maya reaching out, and like we had a passionate conversation. Um, but I feel like we got our points across. Um, and there I got it out because it wasn't just that. It was a lot of other frustrating things as well. It was just the frustration of like I think that one time when I felt like nigga was trying to like little bro me and shit. When I was like, "Yo, how I get my art up in the space in the gallery?" And he was all like, "You got some art? Show me." And I was trying to show him on my phone, and he was all, I want to see it on your phone. You can come up here, whatever." And so I ended up going up there with like one of my paintings, and I guess the kid he wasn't at the shop or whatever, or I don't know. And I guess I was supposed to make an appointment. And I just thought after that, I was like, nah, I'm good because I don't. Before I hopped into the ops, the not op, but the art scene, I looked up to these people in the art game, and then once I really started doing it, I looked at them as peers. And then once I really started doing it, I'm like, I'm surpassing these folks mentally because you go in these art galleries and they have copied and pasted um, the white art formula: white walls, white wine. No, white walls, white people, white wine. Now it's white walls, black people, white wine, and it's just like these art shows are a thing to just do, an event to get out and go and let's get some art, feel cultured and shit. And the art is safe. Did I answer that? Did we get there? Yeah, spirited conversation. Bam, that's it with that. I I think it was also a lot of frustration on what he represents, where I'm rebellious in the fact that there's no balance. Like you go to these art shows and you look at the art and you walk away not feeling anything. Like, well, at least I don't. I don't feel shit. Um, like I'll see nice art, but it's almost like the battle of who's the best painter. Who wants to be the Leonardo next to Leonardo da Vinci? Who's? I remember I was at Art Beats and Lyrics, and I saw a Tupac painting, and I was like, how many more Tupac paintings do I have to see? And it's almost to the point where who's painting the best Tupac painting? And I'm like, where is the artist in the art? Where is the artist's life, their story, their flaws, their joys, their pain, their trauma? Where is that in the art? I'm like, okay, I'm good. So I gotta do this shit myself. So I had the art show with Sadiq. That went well. Um, Whenever I decide to do another art show, I am going to be better with my communication and not just assume shit. Even though I um suggested we do a show I guess when I got the venue, I was thinking that nigga would go half, but I never brought it up and get half on the Prince. Um, yeah, I'm like, all right. So I had to reshift my thinking to, all right, this is us doing a show. I'm in this space. There are people seeing the art, and it is very triggering art, which is what I want. So yeah, but if I ever do a show again, I'm not, I'm not paying for it. I'm not funding it. All I'm doing is showing up. I'm not hanging shit. I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not hanging anything. I'm not putting anything up. And this just comes from 4 years of, yeah, since 2020, 4 years of doing uh pancakes and booze, Black Boy Art Show, all those the All Access art show. I think the dude that ran All Access, his old lady's art show. The art show at, I forgot the one gallery. And then having to have the conversations of, well, we can't put your art up because it's got the word "come" on it, or my art being taken down at the at a coffee shop in Houston because it had "good girl" on there, and I'm tired. I do not want to do it anymore. But I had to have that show because so I could say I did it, and that was a win. Um, and yeah, so there's that. I don't know. I guess I shifted into the visual art, basically with that balance. And then so stopping or retire. I'm retired from stand up comedy. I'm not doing. I am not getting back on one stage unless it's for $1 million. Um, I had thought about it, like it's after having that conversation with mine and them. I was like, but I was like, I'm just gonna be up there ranting or some shit or telling jokes is too far ahead of my time. Or yeah, and so I've pivoted to the music. That's been great. I've been enjoying it. I love it. I've been making some dope art. Shout out to the homie, him. Um, that Listen song. That's the one. Um, I look forward to doing festivals. We're going on festival tours together. Um, Dragging freaking trends up out of the house. Like nigga, hear these dope beats. Nigga, rap. Like when niggas rap on my beats, I want their heart to be in, especially with rap or anything. Like I want your heart to be into it. And yeah, so it's the middle of the fourth. Outlook, so far it's been cool. Like I said, I'm moving. I made it. We here. Um, I need to do a handsome artist dating stories. I'll do that on the road. Um, I'm excited about this journey. This is the biggest leap that I have ever taken. Well, right up there with getting married the day after 9/11. Um, the reason why I say that because there's so much unknown. There's way more unknown. When uh when I joined the army, there was that unknown, but I was like, I'm good. I'll be getting a check. All right, be taken care of. When I got out the army, I was like, I'm going to school, stay with my grandma until I get up on my feet. When I moved to Atlanta the first time, I'm good. My checks rolling in. I'm straight. I'm legit. When I moved to Houston, same thing. Got a job lined up. All I gotta do is find a place that all worked out. When I moved back to Atlanta, my dad had just passed, so I had $30,000 waiting on me from insurance. So I'm good on that. So I'm looking like moving to Mexico is going to be a good challenge for me. Um, and I finally will be able to full on put all of me into my art, all of me. Um, I'll feel, you know what? I think, or I told, had this conversation with God. I was like, I'm gonna let you worry about the how, and I'll worry about the what. The what is getting to Mexico. The how, everything in between, that's on God. So on God. But I think that's about it. Yeah, I want to show the people around me what freedom looks like. So the goal for fourth quarter is to get to Mexico. That's it. Oh, I need to call it now. Let me go ahead. I'll say it. With this election, we're about to watch one of the biggest finesses of all time. That's my that's my prediction. One of the biggest finesses of all time. Harris will be appointed. Some shenanigans will go down. So I'm just gonna watch all the chaos from across the border. So get down there. Have me. I've been telling myself like two Latinas and a Canadian chick. I've deleted. Let me see. I've deleted all the date naps. Not gonna curate that. I am on a semen retention journey. We'll see how long that lasts. And they're gonna be floating because I don't smoke. I don't drink. Um, Shout out to the homie him for treating a nigga to a meal at Pinups and paying for a dance from Africa. I got to know, I was all like, I'm cool on dancing. I'll let you dance, and we just get to know each other. And so we had a good little talk. I learned that there are 352 tribes in Nigeria. So shout out to Newer Divergent niggas. But that's all I got. If you want to be on figuring it out, where artists just talk about how they're figuring out their art journey, holla at me. And not just artists, anybody who's trying to figure life out. Holla at me in the comments or my email, all that stuff, website, all that good shit. That's all I got. Y'all be great. Peace.